And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to race number 9 of Season 6 of the NNSCRA Snickers Cup Series. We are getting ready here for some good old racing at the Monster Mile, Dover International Raceway, for a 40-lap event. This is the FedEx 400, benefiting Autism Speaks, and we are getting set now to see who's going to be able to tame the monster here today at what's considered a raceway, but it's also, in my opinion, considered a extended short track. It's very much like Bristol with the exception of not nearly as much banking in the turns, but I basically consider it a short track stop, so that's what I'm going to call it. A lot of other people may disagree, but I guess it's to each his own. On the pole for today's race is going to be a team that has really been on fire ever since the drop of the green flag at Daytona. That's Joe Gibbs Racing with rookie Henry Nova sitting on the pole position here today. Nova currently comes in second in rookie points and 13 in overall standings. His two teammates are going to be starting in this field, I believe third, and I'm not sure where Charles is starting. But right now, all three of the Joe Gibbs Racing cars come in first, second, and 13th in the point standings. They have had an excellent season so far. Alongside of Henry Nova, that is going to be Trent Dunham, who is just starting to get his Snickers Cup Series season put together. He had a very dismal start to the season. He's now finds himself 18th in the points and running the yellow Sega Juicy Fruit paint scheme today. He'll try and find victory lane for the first time this season, or maybe get a good enough finish to move himself inside the top 10 in points. Making up row number 2 is Richard Johnson. As mentioned, he comes in only, 16 points behind his teammate Charles Jackson for the points lead. He is second in the standings, is Richard, after pretty hard luck last week at Talladega. But Richard Johnson currently with a good qualifying position. We'll see how he does. And alongside of him, James McLeod, who actually was up just inside the top 15 a couple of weeks ago, but some bad luck has really come his way, and he now finds himself 21st in the point standings. As a matter of fact, as I'm looking right now, behind him in 5th position, that is Sean Galligan. Between those two, they are the two best running Tweenix racing cars in the standings, with Galligan currently 20th in points. So with Galligan 20th in points, James McLeod 21st in points, that just shows you how hard it's been for the Tweenix racing drivers to get up to the front and win races. And then completing, I believe that is, completing the top 6, row number 3, that is going to be Jake Cole in the 39. He comes in 24th in the point standings. We'll see how he does here today. The way the points look coming into today's race, I already gave you the top 2. Charles Jackson is the points leader by 16 points over his teammate Richard Johnson. Drew Austin, the rookie points leader, then comes in 23 points back, third in the standings. Total of 28 points back is Dylan Young. He's 4th in points. Then it is 34 points back to our winner from Coca-Cola, William Duncan, 5th in points. 36 points back, to Anthony McCrory, who was 6 points back, I'm messing up. 36 points back to Anthony McCrory, who was 6th in the standings. Then it is 37 points back to Hayden Klein, our winner last week from Talladega, and our Mobile Cup Series race winner here at Dover, so we'll keep an eye on him. Total of 38 points back to Dougie Shears and Ralph Mason, who come in tied for 8th in the standings. And then Austin LaPlante actually comes in a 3-way tie between himself, Emilio Navarrete, and Adam Chambers for the 10th position in points. There are a lot of drivers who come in tied for certain positions here today, and who would have thought 9 weeks later that we'd end up having drivers tied for spots so high up in the standings. Nonetheless, though, those ties need to be broken, and I think the Monster Mile may be the place to do it, as we've gotten the command to fire up these engines. These cars will roll off, complete a couple of pace laps, we'll put them under green. Our Truck Series and Mobile Cup Series races were pretty doggone exciting, but they were 20 laps. This is 2 times more racing, so these drivers are going to have to strategize. This may be a race where they will have to make pit stops, so that could come into play here as well. As here's your starting lineup for today's FedEx 400 benefiting Autism Speaks. fights her out atop the pace car. We will go green this time around. Henry Nova on the point. Trent Dunham alongside of him. Nova's got a teammate right directly behind him and Richard Johnson. Trent Dunham's got a friend, but not a teammate. James McLeod behind him on the outside line. Time to turn them loose here. As the flagman is ready. And there's the green flag. We are underway here at Dover. And Nova definitely got the start he needed. He gets clear of Trent Dunham just like that. Richard Johnson about to do the same. He is going to. So Joe Gibbs Racing now runs 1-2 coming out of turn number 2. Meanwhile, Sean Gallagher trying to follow those Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas down underneath Trent Dunham there, side by side now for third. So Richard Johnson's going to try and concentrate on running down his teammate. And somebody got turned around back there. I couldn't tell who it was, but somebody did get spun. Oh, look out. Oh, man, it was, I think it was Angel Navarro. It might have been Cody Lamas. And there's Deanna Shelton in her debut. I think she may have gotten through, actually. But Danny Wells has got damage. And the caution flag is out. Rohit Vidar's got damage on his machine. And Richard Johnson was just about, looks like, to run down his teammate to maybe make a battle for the lead, but not going to be able to. And there is Danny Wells. His day is undoubtedly over. Danny came into this race. Well, I can't find him right now. Where did Danny come running in this race? He came in 22nd in points. This was definitely not what he needed. Could have moved himself inside the top 20 in the stands, and that black smoke means he will definitely be retiring. There he is, going behind the wall. Let's see who else may have been involved. There is Angel Navarro there in the Disney Pixar's Planes Paint scheme for that 48 this week. Looks like Cody Lamas going to be able to continue. Deanna Shelton looks relatively clean. I don't think she got hit. There is a little bit of damage to the STP Dodge of Rohit Vidarabu, but we're going to look back at a replay now of what happened. One car got turned off of turn 4. It was either Angel Navarro or Cody Lamas. We're going to have to see which one it was. So we're under the caution for the first time today here. Henry Nova, the pole sitter, is the current leader. Well, I had a suspicion it was the 48 of Angel Navarro, and it looks like I'm correct. We're going to see here what happens coming off the final corner. You can see that Charles Jackson behind Angel Navarro is running at about a half groove lower. Several drivers moving up to the high side of the racetrack here. I don't know if they're trying to find some grip or trying to slip to the back, but whatever case, Angel Navarro got the wall. Comes down into Charles Jackson. There's the contact with Danny Wells, and look at the hit Wells takes into the wall. 16 of Alan Tanker also got a piece of this incident I didn't realize. And then he bounces right up again into Charles Jackson, who's going to go up in front of somebody else. I don't know who it was. Aaron Williams Jr. may have gotten a little piece of it too, as he nearly hits Alan Tanker there. And there is Cody Lamas. He almost got through. Got clipped by the 48, and he just catches that little remainder of that inside retaining wall. And Rohit Vidar was caught back there as well. But Charles Jackson jumped to the 20. Because he bounced up and into somebody else. Somebody else had to have sustained some damage out of that. And I'm not certain who it was. Unless he goes up and just gets the wall. Okay, here it was. He's already bounced off of the... Oh, no, not yet. Here comes the 16. Okay, now he bounces off the 16. He's going to come up across the nose of Aaron Williams Jr., and he did get Carson Gum. And Aaron Williams Jr. did run into the back of the 20 as well. There was also some contact between Joshua Michaels and Austin LaPlante, which sent Michaels up and into the outside retaining wall as well. So, we had quite a few drivers sustain, if minimal damage, at least they did get some pieces of something. I can see the buckle on the hood of the 56 now, so he did definitely get some damage out of that. Charles Jackson damaged, Alan Tanker, Aaron Williams Jr., a couple of drivers we didn't even see get involved, did get pieces of that wreck. Let's head back now to live action here at Dover. Caution's still out, but we've gotten the signal of 1 to go. We'll go back to green on lap 7 of 40. Henry Nova is still the leader. Let's see if anybody retired from the race. Looks like 2 drivers have gone back behind the wall, Danny Wells and Angel Navarro, so didn't take long for us to start getting some candidates back behind the wall and into the garage area. Henry Nova is going to be the leader. Right behind him in this restart will be his teammate Richard Johnson. Sean Galligan is up in 3rd, William Duncan 4th, and John Radigan is now in 5th. Trent Dunham slid back to 6th place as he was caught in that high line. Jake Cole currently is 7th. James McLeod back to 8th. 9th place Jeffrey Buckeye. and Stephen Pollard III completes the top 10. Dylan Young is in 11th, 12th place is Dougie Shears, Madison Seaver 13th, 14th Dylan Poteet, Kyle Sosnowski 15th, 16th Cole Daly, 17th Sean Henley, Ralph Mason 18th, 19th place is going to be Joshua Michaels, and Austin LaPlante is in 20th. 21st, Aaron Williams Jr., 22nd, John Cittadino, 23rd, James Silverfox, 24th, Tim Walsh, 25th, Charles Jackson, the points leader, 26th is Carson Gum, 27th, Hayden Klein, Adam Chambers, 28th, 29th is Chris Washer, and 30th is Alan Tanker. The rest of the drivers on track are Kevin White, Drew Austin, Anthony McCurry, Noah Hart, Michael Norman, Mary Cole, Emilio Navarrete, Rohit Vidarvu, Deanna Shelton, and Cody Lamas. As that green flag has come back out, the single file restart, it may be a while before we're going to see some good double wide passing for position. But then again, maybe not. Henry Nova, he and Richard Johnson on two different strategies as far as the lines they're running. Nova seems to go up into the upper middle groove. Richard Johnson seems content to run dead center in that middle groove. I'm trying to see who's getting the better advantage here. Looks like maybe Richard Johnson, maybe? He keeps closing the gap up just a little bit, and he is almost there. He may be battling for the lead pretty soon, as there's a good battle going on back there. For I believe that's a spot just inside the top 10. Might be for 8th or 7th. We'll jump back there in just a moment as soon as we're certain that Richard Johnson's not going to make a move for the lead right here. Looks like not, so let's jump back to Stephen Pollard III, who is making a move. Looks like he made that move. Oh, Jeffrey Buckeye got the wall off that corner. He's going to lose numerous spots. He lost one to Dylan Young, lost one to James McLeod, about to lose one to Dougie Shears and Madison Seaver. This is certainly a good run for Stephen Pollard III, that rookie running 36th in the point standings, and out of all drivers who made their first start of the season back at Daytona, he is dead last out of all those drivers in the rookie standings. Haven't talked much about this guy, John Radigan, another rookie. He's 14th in the points coming into today's race, and a former winner already this season, and he has really been doing a great job for Snoop Racing. They must be pretty happy when they picked up his contract to be able to drive that 14 for him. Doing an excellent job here today as well at Dover. We talked about Tweenix Racing, how hard it's been for them to get to victory lane. Well, Sean Galligan running very well right now in the 3rd position. We know that he did well in the Mobile Cup Series race. With a wrecked race car, he finished in the top 10 in 10th place. So Sean Galligan knows how to survive here at Dover. Right now, that car is crystal clean. Seen what he can do with the wrecked race car. Let's see what he can do now with a wrecked car that has absolutely no damage on it. As Richard Johnson takes a little peek to the inside, and there he goes. He's going to go for the lead. Finally picks his moment, and he's going to bypass teammate Henry Nova for the lead here at Dover, as Nova is going to get the wall. And that's not good for Henry Nova. He just lost 2nd. He's about to lose 3rd and maybe 4th to John Radigan and William Duncan. Trent Dunham right there. I'm sure he'll dive down low, try and take a spot inside of the top 5 now. Henry Nova, you can see there is damage on the right side. Oh, and he got the wall again. Oh, man, and somebody else got the wall hard back there. Was that Drew Austin? No, it wasn't Drew Austin. Who was it? There was somebody that nailed the wall. I think it might have been the 12 again. Jeffrey Buckeye's got a handful underneath him. That car not handling to his liking at all. Madison Seaver running the high line. She may get the wall. Yes, she's going to it. She's going to spin it. She makes contact with James McLeod, spins it down to the infield. Hopefully she'll keep it down there. Oh, Joshua Michaels is spun up ahead. And they're wrecking. Oh, man, we almost got away with it. Corrected it. Roy Vidarvu because it got plowing in. Deanna Shelton in her debut. She's involved. Anthony McCurry. Hayden Klein away from last week. Tim Walsh. Drew Austin, 3rd in points. Carson Gum. Joshua Michaels, Alan Tanker, and there was another car back there too. I couldn't tell who it was. Oh, and the leaders started coming in here. Look out, Galligan, Radigan, Dunham, William Duncan. Did they all get through? I think they did. Oh, man, that was close. The leaders all came into... Oh, no, Jake Cole was running in 7th place. He ran into the back of somebody. Oh, man, I hate that about Dover sometimes. Oh, Dougie Shears, Dylan Young, they've got damage. Stephen Pollard III's got damage. Poteet's got damage. all these drivers who are running inside the top 10, top 15, they are now damaged. Chris Washer's on pit road. Richard Johnson's on pit road. The leader must have gotten involved in this. And pit stops are taking place now. Sean Galligan is now currently on pit road. These are regularly scheduled stops. But this race just took a sudden turn. Let's jump to the pit road camera. I don't even know who the current leader is. Drivers are coming off pit road right now, but I don't have a clue who the leader is. We're going to have to come back and find out afterwards, because there are drivers that came down before that are now coming off pit road. There were drivers that are coming down that I know were out in front, but I do not know who the actual leader is. So we're going to just show you everybody coming off pit road here, but boy, what a drastic turn of events here at Dover. Not only a wreck that ended up stemming from a single car spin, but also leaders getting taken out of this thing, running into the back of cars involved in that incident, and taking them out of contention for what could have been a top 10 run for them today. Well, this wreck you could kind of see it coming. This spin of Madison Siebers off of turn number 4. Right there, she gets the wall. Going to make contact right there into the side of the 51 of James McLeod, and it's going to cause that car to snap around. And she was able to keep her car down on the apron. So I thought we were going to get away with it, but let's now focus on the 10 of Joshua Michaels. Everybody's working their way through this wreck, doing a good job of avoiding. Aaron Williams Jr. goes 3 wide with Mary Cole. James Silverfox up ahead gets kind of antsy in front of Charles Jackson. Oh! Aaron Williams Jr. just comes up, clips the 10, turns him around. And Michael Norman, he runs into the back of Aaron Williams Jr., so the 3 cars got damaged now. Noah Hart's going to get spun around up towards the outside retaining wall by Drew Austin. Tim Walsh runs into the back of Adam Chambers. Washer gets hit from behind by Deanna Shelton. Shelton gets hit by Carson Gum. It's just that whole chain reaction effect. Hayden Klein's going to jack up the 56. McCrory's into the back of Hayden Klein. Right there in that picture, I'm seeing 3 drivers coming in the top 10 in points. McCrory, Klein, and Drew Austin. Here comes Rohit Vidarvu into the picture. He's not going to slow down. He runs into the back of Shelton. Cody Lamas doesn't slow down. He's going to hit the back of McCrory. And then here comes the big story. Let's find Richard Johnson. There he is. Coming here into turn number 1, where this incident had taken place. Drivers were still trying to get themselves going to be able to drive away from that incident. And here it comes right here. It's the blockade. Richard Johnson trying to find his way through, and he's going to hit the back of the Cody Lamas machine. Galligan slows down in time. William Duncan just barely gets through. Well, Duncan got a piece of it with the left front. I don't know if he's damaged or not. John Radigan may have gotten a piece of something there too. I don't know. Henry Nova, he runs into the back of Trent Dunham. There's Jake Cole. He ran in the back of Nova. Stephen Pollard III is not going to be able to slow down. He runs into the back of Jake Cole. Dylan Young gets held up there behind Stephen Pollard III, and I think he's going to get nailed from behind by Dougie Shears. Right about now, Dylan Poteet gets shoved into the back of Shears by Kyle Sosnowski. Ralph Mason gets a piece of that, and you just see them just continue to pile in there. Drivers who were inside the top 10 in the point standings. But Galligan was able to get through. So was William Duncan. So was Radigan. So was, I believe, Trent Dunham got through okay, but he did have some damage. So did Henry Nova. But a lot of the leaders involved here. And we're going to have to see now what the end result will be, because I really honestly do not know who the current leader is of this race. We are nearing halfway. You're ready to go back under the green flag, and things have certainly taken a rather interesting turn. Sean Galligan is the current leader, but he's way, way back behind all these other drivers who are either on the inside line a lap down or on the high side on the tail end of the lead lap. This is the drivers that are currently on the lead lap running in order. You got Sean Galligan, the leader, second John Radigan, third William Duncan, fourth Trent Dunham, fifth Henry Nova. Dylan Young is in 6th, 7th is Stephen Pollard III, Kyle Sosnowski 8th, 9th Ralph Mason, and Dylan Poteet runs in 10th. 11th is James McLeod, Sean Henley 12th, 13th Jeffrey Buckeye, James Silverfox 14th, John Cittadino in 15th, 16th Austin LaPlante, Charles Jackson 17th, 18th place Mary Cole, then the rest of the top 20, Aaron Williams Jr. and Cole Daly, and Kevin White is in 21st. Then you got 22nd Noah Hart, 23rd Michael Norman, 24th Adam Chambers, 25th Drew Austin, 26th Joshua Michaels, 27th Alex Tanker, Madison Seaver in 28th, and that's it for the drivers that are on the lead lap. So from 22nd back to 28th, they were on the tail end of the lead lap. They got to try to stay ahead of Sean Galligan as the green flag comes back out. McCurry, Navarrete, Tim Walsh, Chris Washer, Rohit Vidar, and Cody Lamas, they are at least one lap down the inside line as Galligan now goes to work. I passed the lap car of Cody Lamas. Now trying to look to get by Madison Seaver. That would put Madison Seaver down a lap. Oh, someone just dove for pit road. That might have been Adam Chambers. Oh, they're 4 wide on this corner. They're going to spin it again. Look out. More leaders may get involved in this one. And Galligan got through it, but oh dear. William Duncan's got damaged. Now Radigan is damaged. This did not take long to escalate at all. But a lot of drivers, Noah Hart, Norman, McCurry, Austin, Michaels, Walsh, and Navarrete, they're going to, I think, work their way back onto the tail end of the lead lap. But Sean Galligan was able to get through. William Duncan with damage is second. Dunham third. Henry Nova is fourth. And Sosnowski will be fifth, I believe. And William Duncan's heading for pit road. Now let's see if they're going to be able to repair that Babbling Sin Power Ford Fusion out of Roush Fenway. Remember, William Duncan comes in fifth in the point standings. Dylan Young coming down pit road as well, fourth in points. There's another driver that was on pit road there too. That's John Cittadino, defending Snickers Cup Series champ, who's 38th in points. Bad season continues for that 42 team. William Duncan, they should be able to get that car repaired, I should think. He's on pit road. Right behind him, Dylan Young. And Dylan Young has gone behind the wall. Fourth in points, Dylan Young has retired from this race. And I have no idea what the field's going to look like now. Navarrete's got damage. You had to expect it was going to blow up sooner or later, and it did. It was a 4-wide situation right in front of the leader, Sean Galligan, who managed to get through. So Galligan continues to lead the way. Several drivers getting themselves back onto the tail end of the lead lap now, though, so that's a good thing. They get the wave around. But let's take a look and see what happened to bring out the caution flag here just past the halfway point. Well, here it was, and they were indeed 4 wide coming off of turn number 4. Watch right here. Boy, it's a wonder they didn't hit the Adam Chambers machine. Chambers picked a good time to come down pit road, though, I'll tell you. But look at this. Joshua Michaels on the high side, Chris Washer, Rohit Vidar, and Madison Seaver. 4 wide, and this is right in front of leader Sean Galligan. And there's just no way, absolutely no way they can keep that together coming off the corner. Contact is made. Up they go into the outside retaining wall. Look at Galligan. Just sneaked through on the low side. John Radigan tried following him through. No such luck. He gets hit. Oh, Sean Henley, Ralph Mason, Dylan Poteet all got together further back there. They spun around. There's Dylan Young. He runs in the back of Cody Lamas. That's how he got his damage. If you look further back here, Cody Lamas turned around. Cole Daly got spun around. I'm not sure by whom. He may have actually gotten spun around with contact from Charles Jackson. And everything just backs up again. Oh! Sorry. And Dylan Poteet, he ends up trying to go between the inside retaining wall and Rohit Vidar. He's going to get more damage there. So we had that spin out happen up ahead. And then I think Dylan Poteet, Sean Henley, Ralph Mason spun out reacting to that. But, boy, it's one of these races where even the commentator doesn't have a clue what's going to happen because so much is going on. So many cars are damaged but able to continue. This could come down to maybe a damaged race car winning today's race. But right now, Sean Galligan looks pretty in control. Let's jump back now to live action. So we've got the signal of 1 to go. There'll be a total of 15 laps to go when we get the green flag, which means we will have the lap cars still to contend with. Madison Seaver, Chris Washer down that inside line along with the Allen Tanker machine. Here's the way they line up once again for this restart. This time it'll be Sean Galligan the leader. Trent Dunham now moves into second. Henry Nova in third. Kyle Sosnowski is up to fourth. And Dylan Poteet is in fifth. Sixth place is John Radigan. Seventh is going to be Jeffrey Buckeye. Stephen Pohl III in 8th, James McLeod in 9th, and James Silverfox now completes top 10. In 11th place is Austin LaPlante. 12th is the points leader Charles Jackson. Boy, has he done a good job moving his way up through the field. Ralph Mason is 13th, Mary Cole 14th, Aaron Williams Jr. 15th, 16th Cole Daly, 17th William Duncan, Sean Henley 18th, Noah Hart 19th, Michael Norman is in 20th, then 21st to 24th are Anthony McCurry, Drew Austin, John Cittadino, and Kevin White. Everybody else is at least a lap down or out of the race. Documenting you on that. Right now, lap down cars are Madison Sieber, Chris Washer, Alan Tanker, Roy Vidar, Cody Lamas, Adam Chambers, and Joshua Michaels. Cars out of the race after all that's gone down. Dylan Young, Tim Walsh, the green flag comes back out. Amelia Navarrete, Jake Cole, Dougie Shears, Richard Johnson, second in points, is out. Also Carson Gum, Deanna Shelton, her debut. She's going to finish 39th. Hayden Klein, Angel Navarro, and Danny Wells. Well, Madison Sieber appears to be up to speed, even though she is a lap down to the leaders, and she wants to get back on the tail end of the lead lap. Here she comes, side by side with the leader, Sean Galligan, now hoping for a quick caution. And she is going to clear Sean Galligan, and she's going to get out ahead. And Trent Dunham's going to use that to his advantage. Here comes Trent. Trent Dunham using the now on the tail end of the lead lap car to get to the inside of Sean Galligan to battle for the lead. And he is side by side with Galligan. Apparently that rear end damage on the back of the Juicy Fruit Sega Chevrolet not really hurting him at all. And he has cleared Sean Galligan heading into turn 1. New leader, Trent Dunham. But here comes Galligan trying the crossover move. He's back to the inside line. Good hard racing here for the lead between two veterans here in the Snickers Cup Series. One of them, actually both of them, are both former Mobile and Cup Series champs. Trent Dunham from Season 3, Sean Galligan from last season. So two former NNSCRA champions battling it out, and this time Trent Dunham's going to win out. Galligan not able to close the deal on the Sega Chevrolet. Jump back here as there's some lap cars separating the top two from the rest of the field here. Good battling going on between Kyle Sosnowski, Henry Nova, and Dylan Pote. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Whoa, Nova almost gets the wall. That was close. And James Silverfox has now put himself up in this mix as well. Sosnowski running very well right now for that Penske Germain Racing team. Nova there, and there's Silverfox. He now has passed Dylan Pote for a spot inside the top 5. There's Pote trying to go underneath the lap car of Adam Chambers. Then behind them, got drivers just inside the top 10 there. Ralph Mason in 7th. Jeffrey Buckeye, who's gotten the wall numerous times, he's still in this in 8th. And Cole Daly currently running 9th with James McLeod back in 10th. But they are getting awfully racy up here in this area. Still keeping it together, though, as Dylan Pote continues to lose positions. Hand over fist. He's caught on that high side. Doesn't seem to be able to get off of it. Meanwhile, while we're looking again at Trent Dunham, who is holding about a car length advantage over Sean Galligan. Galligan may be biding his time now. He may have been testing the waters earlier when he put that crossover move on Dunham. Now he may be just waiting for his moment. Let's try and find out where the points leader Charles Jackson currently is running now. He's currently running all by himself in the 14th position. I say all by himself, but that's not actually a bad thing. Running all by himself means nobody's going to be around to wreck him. A 14th place run today, I do believe, would be enough to keep him the points lead. With Richard Johnson, his teammate, retiring from the race. Drew Austin running behind him a few positions back. I think Drew's back in about the 17th spot. And Dylan Young retiring from the race. I believe that the cushion that Charles Jackson came in with is going to keep him in the points lead, if nothing else happens today to that Home Depot Toyota. We're still racing hard back here. Mary Cole. There's Austin LaPlante. We haven't talked about him at all today. 10th in points. Wants to move himself up even better in the top 10 in the standings. Currently 10th on the racetrack. What a great run he's been having in the Duck Dynasty Toyota Camry. He's now moved up to 9th place as he apparently passed Henry Nova that lap. How about Cole Daly? What a great run for the 88. Battling now with Jeffrey Buckeye for 7th place. Great run for him. Cole Daly gets a piece of the wall there, though. That's not good. He's going to lose that spot now to Buckeye, and now James McLeod going to close in on him. But Cole Daly comes in 29th in the standings. He definitely wanted to move his way up through the points. Today could be the day. And Ralph Mason, what a great run for him. Running right now behind the lap car of Alan Tanker, but he's 5th place as Ralph Mason, 9th in the point standings, and a lot of drivers ahead of him in standings, including Dougie Shears, Hayden Klein, Anthony McCurry. They had troubles today, so Ralph Mason, who's been on a bit of a skid lately, this could be his opportunity to turn his season back around as Tell you what, time is winding down. The laps are ticking away, and when we come around next time by, it'll be 3 to go. Looks like we've got our 2 drivers going to settle this out. Sosnowski is starting to close in, but I don't know if he's going to be able to close in time to make it a 3-man fight for the victory. Right now, it's looking like it could be Trent Dunham and Sean Gallagher to settle this thing out, but Sosnowski is closing. He may have the fastest car on the track right now, could Sosnowski. But the question is, does he have enough time? I don't think so. 2 to go this time out of turn 4, and we got a slower car up ahead in Rohit Vidar, who's just been passed by Madison Sieber. Is Trent Dunham going to have any problems with the 43? Let's see. Here he comes down to the inside line. No trouble at all. Gallagher going to pass him as well. So these two, looks like they're still going to continue to battle. And Sosnowski continues to close up the gap, but I don't think there's enough time. Contact between himself and Rohit Vidar. White flag in the air. That may have just taken Sosnowski out of the equation, but a great save by the driver of the 22. Dunham leads the way. Still a Carlington handover. Gallagher. Will Gallagher dive bomb him here in turn 3? Trying to close in here off of 4. Doesn't look like he'll be able to do it. He still runs the same line as Trent Dunham. Out of turn 4. Trent Dunham finally goes to victory lane here this season, the Snickers Cup. He wins the FedEx 400, benefiting Autism Speaks at Dover International Raceway, the Monster Mile. First win of the season for Earnhardt Ganassi Racing. And I'll tell you something. There's been an old cliche for the past 3 seasons where a Earnhardt Ganassi driver has made the chase. Back in season 3, it was Trent Dunham, and I believe it was Devin Wilson drove the 42 at that time. They both made the chase. Season 5, it was Trent Dunham who made the chase with Adam Chambers. I'm thinking of season 4, my apologies. And then season 5, it was John Cittadino making the chase. It has been that every season for the past 3 seasons, an Earnhardt Ganassi racing car has represented inside the chase for the championship. And Trent Dunham wants to be one of those drivers as he picks up the victory here today. His first Snickers Cup Series win of the season, 18th in points. This is definitely going to move him up in the standings, no doubt about that. Especially with a lot of drivers up ahead of him in points, having some pretty hard luck here today. As always, we show you your official top 10 results. Whoever ended up finishing top 10 certainly earned it today. Started out at wreckfest, ended under green, but still absolutely wild race. Sean Gallagher, great run for him. He's going to finish in the runner-up spot. Kyle Sosnowski, he really, I think, had a chance to maybe battle for second place. Maybe not for the win, but he may have been able to get the runner-up spot. But what a great save after contact with Rohit Vidar. He hangs on for third place. James Silverfox, what a great run he had today in that 19 car. He'll finish in 4th, and Ralph Mason is going to complete the top 5 here today. Jeffrey Buckeye, who early on could not find the handle on his Penske Ford, he hit the wall numerous times, but he survived in 6th. Cole Daly, a great run for him in 7th. 8th place was Austin LaPlante. James McLeod survived for 9th, and 10th place was the pole sitter, Henry Nova. So looking at this, I can see quite a few drivers that may be able to move themselves either into the top 10 or up even further in the top 10 in points, including Austin LaPlante, Henry Nova, and possibly Trent Dunham. Ralph Mason also going to put himself in a good situation inside the top 10 in points as well. Where did the points that are coming to today's race Charles Jackson finish? He did finish in the 14th position. So Charles Jackson will be the points leader heading into next week's race, which I believe is going to be coming from Infineon. So congratulations to Trent Dunham on his victory here today, his first of the season. Charles Jackson, congratulations to him on remaining the points leader. Next week, we take the right-hand turn into Infineon, our second road course stop. Hope you'll tune in for that. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed today's race. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. Helps me out a lot. Can't wait to see what these drivers are going to do next week. And can't wait to see what the point stands are going to look like heading into next week with a bit of a shuffle on the way here today. It's time now to say goodbye from Dover. It's been great racing here, but we are looking forward to the rest of the races here this season. And also keep in mind, just about 3 or 4 weeks away, we got the All-Star race weekends coming up too. So a lot of drivers may be making some plans for that, as well as Trent Dunham with his win today is going to be in the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race now. So good luck to him and all other drivers who have currently made it, and all the other drivers who are going to be trying to make it in the next few weeks. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.